Hey guys, welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to brighten up the place. Let's get into this conversation. Listen, guys, when I tell you the revelations just keep on coming out almost every day, it seems at this point, with Ernesto, birth name Ernest Williams, who is married still to Shirley Strawberry. And listen, I was listening to one of my favorite YouTubers, YouTube channels, Rondale's Unpopular Opinion, and she revealed some stuff that I really didn't know. But Shirley, she got her last name because she was married to Darryl Strawberry's brother. You remember the baseball player, Darryl Strawberry. I honestly never even thought about her last name and thought about the baseball player, Darryl Strawberry. But you remember the baseball player, Darryl Strawberry. He had a lot of drug issues. This was many years ago. I don't know, where he's at this point in time. Also, if you all don't know or recall, his daughter was actually on, I believe, one season of Love and Hip Hop New York. And that was a hot mess. But this isn't about them. I just thought it was interesting because I did not know that information before. So if you didn't know, I'm sharing that information with you that I learned from her YouTube channel. But anyway, I found out some other information. I actually was watching the YouTube channel last night. I want to say, sorry guys, it's early in the morning, but yeah, Sharrell's World. And actually one of my friends and clients, she sent me the video too this morning. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, the word is definitely getting around. But I was listening to her commentary on some more deets that have come out about Ernest. And listen, I would be highly surprised if he got out at any point, not just on bond, but just getting out after being tried and convicted. Because if he goes on trial, he's going to be convicted. But I honestly don't even see that happening. He'll probably do a plea deal because it would be a waste of time, money, energy, and he would get more time if he were to go on trial. That's usually the way it works, I believe. But anyway, the information that came out, when I tell you it's been a revealing moment, it definitely has. I remembered when Sharrell, I meant to say not Shirley, when Sharrell was talking about some information about Ernest and his quote unquote barbershop. But listen, guys, if you ever used to watch Married to Medicine, and it was many seasons ago, I'm going to put the clip in the description box so you can watch it. But I'm going to play the audio. But this is from season 4 of Married to Medicine. So this is back when Quad was still married to Dr. G. We know she's since divorced him, moved on, and he has since gotten remarried. And we will see that on this upcoming new season of Married to Medicine. But of course, this isn't about Married to Medicine, but it's ironic because we know that they're based in Atlanta and his quote unquote barbershop was based in Atlanta. And when I was hearing about the barbershop, I didn't know a whole lot of information, but I will tell you, when I was hearing all of the charges that he had, and then I heard that he had a 24-hour barbershop, my mind started thinking about something. Do you all remember the movie Barbershop? Ice Cube. And remember, at first he wanted to sell the barbershop because it was handed down by his dad. It was having all of these issues. It wasn't really making a whole lot of money. And he was just kind of sick and tired of the way things were. So he decided to sell it. And remember the man who was going to buy the barbershop. And then when he told Ice Cube what he was going to be doing with the barbershop, he started considering the work and the legacy that his dad put into the barbershop. And then he was like, you know what? I can't do this. But remember that man who wound up playing the role of pastor in the show Greenleaf, ironically. But anyway, it was just a show. He's just an actor. And this was just acting. But yet and still, remember when he was going to buy the barbershop and he told Ice Cube what he was going to do with the barbershop. And he said, they can come in and they can, come in and get a trim, or they can get some trim. And that's basically saying that his barbershop was going to be a front for other activities, if you get my drift. I'm not going to spell it out for you, but you know exactly what I mean. That the ladies are going to be there offering other services behind the scenes that the men can pay for. And so now we are learning allegedly that Ernesto's was what that was. And I actually thought about that when I heard that he had a 24-hour barbershop. I'm like, who's going to get their hair cut 24 hours a day? That's ridiculous. I've heard of late hours. I've even heard of early morning hours to be accommodating. And there are even some people that will travel to you to make it more accommodating for a higher price so that you can get the services that you need done to get your hair cut. This is what I'm talking about. But a 24-hour barbershop, I immediately thought about the movie Barbershop and how that man that was going to buy the barbershop said that, that was going to be a front for other services. Yeah, they can come in and get their haircut. We'll have barbers there, but we're also going to be doing other activities. And when I heard that he had a 24-hour barbershop, I actually thought about that movie and I said, this does not sound like this everyday barbershop. This sounds like a cover. Well, we're learning that it more than likely was. But when Sharrell revealed how the men from Married to Medicine went there, I remember that scene. And this chick was doing splits and doing all this stuff, showing the ass crease and all that other stuff, bending over. And I'm like, whose hair is she cutting? I didn't see any barbers there. They had these ladies come out. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and play this clip. It's a really quick clip. And I'm going to put the link in the description box so that you can watch it if you want to see it.
I appreciate you guys bringing me in for my birthday, man. I'm getting ready to happen. I see these beautiful attendants there. I mean, fine. I mean, like what? Fine.
What the hell is going on in here? Like, this is a weird barbershop.
Here.
I know. We gonna get in trouble, y'all.
Did y'all tip when she did the split?
I think we were just overwhelmed.
Depressed. Y'all are
It's his birthday. It's his birthday. Like we talked about, I want no trouble. That's his birthday.
Hey, we can always blame it on Greg.
I know. I was like, hey, it's Greg's fault.
You dirty old man.
Oh, I'm not old.
Dirty old man.
Now, I might be dirty, but I'm not old. What happens in the barbershop stays in the barbershop.
And you know what's telling is so funny because seasons later, because if you heard, Jackie was speaking to her husband and, he cheated on her. And then she was like, dirty old man. He said, look, I might be old. I might be dirty, but I'm not old. And he was like, yeah, you're right about that. But anyway, this isn't about him. But listen, guys, to learn, I don't know if any of the women that they showed in that scene are alleged victims or if they were hired escorts, if we, just want to put it like that, which is a little bit more, I guess, politically correct than to call them the PROS word. I don't know. But he has a long list of victims. He had for whatever reason, this hold and grip on a lot of these people that essentially he was, I would say, a glorified PIMP. And you just can't tell me that Shirley did not know any of this. And that's what I'm saying. The more information that comes out and is revealed, the more it seems that she was extremely aware. I'm not saying that she knew about every single little thing, but what kind of barbershop is that? And then it's called Ernesto's. It was in Buckhead, which is a high-end area, but I cannot say that I'm shocked, because when I heard that he had the 24-hour barbershop, I said, something doesn't sound right about that, because I don't know anyone going to get their hair cut 24 hours a day. I'm all for businesses which would be considered the beauty industry. I'm all for businesses being more accommodating in the beauty industry to people and clients. So early morning hours, maybe even open up a little bit later, staying open, I should say, a little bit later. But 24 hours, come on. There's other things going on there. You just cannot tell me that that was a legit business. But in order to make it look legit, of course, it couldn't be a hole in the wall or be in the hood, So it would take a high amount of money to be able to have an establishment in an area such as Buckhead, but yet and still doing the things that you're doing behind the scenes to get the dirty money going. So to me, I don't know if money laundering is one of the charges. I did read the list of charges. I don't remember that being one of them, but I heard that there are more charges that are being added to the list. So in my personal opinion, I would feel that quote unquote barbershop, being a front for what it was probably a money laundering scheme. Just sharing my personal opinion. I'm not saying that's exactly what it was, but that's the way it looks. Because businesses such as that, and you're doing things like that, it would be, in my personal opinion, the perfect setup for a business where you're trying to wash and clean dirty money. A barbershop, and you just have one barber there. So you connect with one barber and you use his license to be able to say that, yeah, we do have a barber here. We just have one barber. And then Ernest, he would be the owner and the manager. He doesn't have to be a barber. And every state is different. I don't know how the rules are in the state of Georgia, but I know in the state that I'm located in, you don't have to be licensed in the beauty industry in order to own an establishment, but you have to have at least one licensed individual in that type of business that you're opening. So if it's a hair salon, you have to have at least one licensed hairstylist to work in the business. If you are the owner, but you're not also the operator, meaning you are not a licensed cosmetologist, but yet you open up a hair salon, you have to have individuals that are working in the hair salon that are licensed. And one of them has to be the manager. But that's in the state that I'm located in. I don't know how it works in Georgia, because every state's cosmetology board rules are different. Some may be similar, but I'm just saying. But to me, I'm saying that business to me sounds like it was a front and a cover up to wash and clean money laundering. So again, I don't know if that's one of the charges that has been laid up on him, but if it hasn't yet, it sounds like it might be. But when she shared that information, when she shared that information about the barbershop, I said, oh my God, I remember that. I remember that like yesterday, and the women, they didn't look, I will say, like the typical sex workers. But again, who's the judge to know who is and who isn't? I'm not saying that any of the women in that scene were. He may have chosen not to put women like that in that scene because it was going to be on a Bravo TV network. Or then again, they may have been, but he cleaned them up, or that may be the way that they obviously always looked for the men that were frequenting his business to get the services that he was offering for them to get 24 hours a day. Okay. So when that woman was doing those splits and turns and bending over and all that other stuff, and when you heard Toya's husband say, what kind of barbershop is this? He was right about that. He was on to something. But I tell you, the revelations keep coming out about this guy, and it's not that shocking. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So it's like connecting the dots, and things are just really coming together. So guys, I just want to know what you think about this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please go watch the clip. I know I played the audio of it. You couldn't see it, but go to the link in the description box. I have the video there so that you can watch it, and you can let me know what you think in the comment section below. So guys, thank you so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and I'm going to say bye.